And we're live. Welcome to Biscuit 10 RPG, the place where biscuits, tens, and RPGs are very loosely related by name only. Welcome to the show. We have a recap to do, but exciting news. We don't have a date for when this is going to happen yet, which is why the end of it just says coming soon. I'm in talks and potential negotiations with a few people that are going to be involved with this project, potentially. But without further ado, I know that some of you may have seen this on my if anybody follows me on Instagram, I did post it on there. Whoop whoop. And I also posted it on Twitter the other day with the tag. I'm just gonna leave this here. So let's go ahead and mute ourselves and prepare you all for whatever the hell this is.
that?
All right, we're back. I love that. I don't know if anyone heard what is that, but that's fine.
What is that?
While you were all watching the lovely video for the Kickstarter coming soon for the finally out loud named The First Gate a Menagerie of Madness. I
Gotta
will
admit,
be upfront and say there will be a couple things that are already released right now that will be in there, mostly for flavor, and that's where they were originally starting. But I got really go get them excited to release some stuff. So there's a little bit from that, like I think maybe one or two things. But for the vast majority of it, there are brand new classes. There's a brand new class. There's brand new subclasses for every single one, with the exception of Artificer, because I didn't want to go down the
can't
legal.
legally do it.
Yeah, I didn't want to go down the legal rabbit hole of I don't know if I can. That's why it's free on my Ko-fi. You
Uh,
can't sue me for something that's free.
I will be honest. There are some snippets in that trailer I'm excited to see in full, specifically the Geniekin.
Oh yes,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Jinkin. They are a new race with multiple sub races.
Ah, that's so cool. I
Yes.
can't wait.
Yes.
Well, you're
I
gonna have
hope-
to.
I helped
I
edit.
know I
like,
will.
I helped edit most of this, and trust me, you will love it.
It's so inappropriately
Your
dirty and
DMs are
fun.
probably going to hate it.
The best part is I'm usually the DM, so my players can suck it.
But yes, there's those. There's the Jinkin. We are in talks with a couple other places that we can get 2 additional ones in there, for a couple new races that have already technically been published, but we're trying to get a temporary license for them, which is kind of pending right now. Also in talks with a guest writer, for a potential stretch goal. I will tell everybody right now that the way this Kickstarter is going to work, and I'll make sure that it's very clearly written out in the thing itself, is we're trying to keep overhead as low as possible. So it will be going through Drive-Through RPG when it's finally done. How we're going to do it is you back it, you help us get the layout done, the artwork, and everything built up, and then it will be a at cost to you. So the only thing you pay for is the materials it takes to print it and get it sent to you. So at cost, shipping and handling. Those are the only 2 things you'll pay for after that, which is why I'm trying to keep the tiers a little bit lower, to kind of counterbalance that. I will. I'm going to go ahead and sneak peek this one. I did put something in there that there are only 8 slots for, and that is having NPC created by you and myself and possibly Adam added into the book.
Wait,
So,
like the Adam?
the Adam Ray, yes.
Oh,
Not,
not the one
not-
from the tree.
No, not
Does
no.
Biscuit count?
He was fake anyway.
No, Biscuit does
Adam
not
Ray
count.
from,
Biscuit's already
from
going to be
Action
in there.
Fiction?
Fantastic.
Adam Ray from Action Fiction?
No, Adam Ray's not in Action Fiction. Adam
Where's
Ray
he from?
Adam Ray is the blog writer for Apotheosis Studios.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, he's the one that made all those interesting dragon sub races because he thought there weren't enough.
There
So-
never are.
There
So-
really aren't. Always more dragons.
Do we have enough dragons? No! Just like we don't have enough
No.
angels.
Or
And angels can be excellent
dungeons.
bad guys.
Or dungeons for that matter. We need more of both.
We need more dungeons
I'm
and
not going to make the
dragons.
joke. I'm not going to make the joke. I'm not going to make the joke.
All right.
Out of
with-
every city that I go to, when I search for dungeons, there's a lot of. Wait. Oh, you meant game. Oh, games. Yeah, sorry.
That's a different type of dungeon.
Shout out to all my professional.
Montrare.
Whoops.
About that BDSM life, apparently. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to jump into the session summary from last game. I apologize in advance. No one spell checked this, least of all me. The grammar is probably as good as it would have been if I was writing it 3 in the morning, because I think that's what ended up happening. Session 27. Things have gotten out of hand. We started off mid-fight with the party restraining Invar's and Invar's holding Fate in place as Rosina and Majin stared on, seemingly uninterested. After a couple of attempts to maintain control and a failed attempt to utilize divine favor, Icarus used Force Cage to trap Invar's and force a conversation while Fate went back to healing the well. Finally, finding some common ground, Majin mentioned they should go check out a tapestry of sorts that no one has ever seen. As they walked through the last part of the maze, they came out to a ledge and gazed upon a massive stone-carved wall containing the stories of gods, patrons, Dorian, and now Fate and themselves, as everyone that makes it to the well is immortalized on this ever-changing tapestry.
Look,
They
Ma, we're famous.
They gleaned a few facts here and there about themselves and each other, and despite noticing that Majin is strangely missing from the storyline, said nothing. After a short rest, they made their way back to yonder, and finding the city eerily quiet with only a skirmish or two, they made their way to the cracked pact. After parting ways with Rosina, Fate, and Majin, they began discussing what their next steps would be, as well as some other interesting tidbits they had picked up along the way. We rejoin them as they finish a long rest and begin their next steps to finding out what the hell is actually going on, or at least attempting to do so.
Um, did we all go back to the hearth, or did we go to a different one?
I'm gonna say that you're all waking up in the cracked pact right now.
Oh, the crack man. Okay.
Yep, that's where you slept. So
Cool.
you've all just awoken from a uninterrupted sleep, and you are all going downstairs, presumably to eat or meet up, whatever you're choosing to do. Rosina is still missing, as are Fate and Majin.
Morning.
Hello. Is everyone here? I guess I'd probably be like at a table, set that up for everybody.
Okay.
Mhm.
Grim Eyes has wandered out of the kitchen as he has not slept at all.
Very nice.
Do you require sleep?
I'm actually not sure. I know I'm a fae. Uh, I think I require sleep.
I think you need to do it for like 6 hours if you have that trait, unless I don't know.
I only remember specifically that it's because I'm hex blood that I am a fae.
What does
Right.
that give you?
Ooh, a Hexblood Fae. I'm sorry, you have to go into a goth club for 6 hours to recharge.
Yeah, you can't be out here in the light.
You got to be
Yeah,
lighter,
no.
edgelord.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you
they
have to pay
there's nothing. I'm just a fae.
Okay, so after all the harrowing things and not sleeping, you have a point of exhaustion.
Can I roll a con save to not?
No.
Aw, fair enough.
Your eyes, you look like shit.
I feel like shit.
Hmm.
So, couldn't sleep, huh?
I got distracted.
I'm gonna order some ales in the morning.
Okay. I mean, it's whatever. It's a fantasy world. You can order
That's
ales.
what I thought.
They're like they're like
6
pizza
ales.
bites.
6 ales. No, sorry, 8 ales.
Every single ale that comes out, Grim Eyes just puts a piece of cheese next to that he's paired to each one because that's what he was doing all night.
I like that idea.
So beer and cheese, got it.
Mhm.
So yep, the bartender brings out a 8 ales and waits for you to pay her.
Invars, you want an ale?
Only if I'm paying for it.
You can pay me.
That works too.
Perfect.
And she says 8 copper.
Perfect. I give her a gold.
Ah,
I give
thank
him a
you.
gold.
I see I see we're starting a tab.
I'm gonna hide my smile to take the gold.
And she walks back to the bar. So there you are, sitting at a breakfast table, drinking ale.
Mm-hmm. Here.
As everyone does except for people in the US.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate.
And we're not there.
Nope.
Why do you look so much like shit?
I didn't sleep.
Were you scared?
No, I just didn't want to.
So these are all the same ale, but Grimeyes, in your head you hear the Gouda doesn't go with that one. Switch
It gets
that one and the
cheddar
other
instead. It gets cheddar. It's a piece of gorgonzola on the table. It's not even Grimeyes'.
They don't allow Munster in this tavern, though. It's
one. No Munsters.
I have no idea what those are.
Cheese sticks.
cheese grommet.
Cheese
No?
grommet.
Anyway, I'll admit it was kind of nice having a night of sleep here without getting interrupted by face huggers.
That sounds
Oh yeah,
terrible.
before your time.
Yeah,
I
that sounds
forgot
terrible.
I forgot that was what happened last time we were here.
Huh. Well,
Yeah,
it
that
looks
was-
great. Looks like they patched things up.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a
Anyway.
bloodstain though. There's actually a lot of bloodstains on the floor. Couldn't get that out.
I'm pretty sure some of those are wine.
As you were all talking, a person walks in the front door wearing a top hat and a very fine suit, kind of juggling a deck of cards back and forth. You know, the whole bridge thing, but the from each hand to the other, walks in and goes, "Oh, finally. I've been looking for you all for about a week. You're expected to
I-
follow me."
I beg pardon, a week?
Yeah. That's
I mean-
when I was requested by Dorian to find you and invite you to the get together.
You're late, but you are a person of interest.
We were
Honestly,
gone for a week?
I'm surprised it took you that long. Things tend to explode where we are, so it shouldn't have been that hard to
Well-
find us.
Well, you
We-
weren't
we just-
exactly here, were you?
Just
True.
Hey,
we were in a completely different place to
yesterday
sleep.
we went to the well. And before that we were at the library. How have we been gone a week?
You've been gone a little more than a week. I mean, the fighting died down on the third day.
Yeah, we. Oh,
Well,
Oh.
of course it would. We weren't there to keep it going.
Shh, don't say that.
It's not like we would do it deliberately. It just
Look,
happens.
The point is it's not gonna be harm coming to you. I was just asked to bring you at Dorian's behest.
Dorian.
but Doran's asking specifically for us.
Yes.
Here
Weird.
we go.
We're all gonna pretend that's not ominous in any way. I'm
It's
just gonna
so-
start. I'm
it's a
just gonna
weird
like
law.
start packing up my stuff. Just give me a moment to make sure I have all my things. I don't think I have enough weapons yet.
Actually, could you wait outside while we talk real quick? We just woke up. We're having breakfast, so if you give us like another 30 minutes, we'll be out.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Interesting.
Or
Okay.
what?
Anybody that anybody that wants to can roll Arcana to
Ooh,
see
yep,
if you can figure
perfect.
out who this person is.
At disadvantage for me.
Yep, well done.
14.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I had a plus 7 to that.
Let's see here. Do I have the thing that makes everything a minimum of 10 as a rogue? No, not
If it
yet.
fits in
Cool.
beyond, it would have kicked in.
Yeah. No, I think it's next level up is when I would get that normally.
So there's a 14 and a 5 that's been rolled. Anybody else?
I'm not.
I,
wrong.
I don't care who he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care. Either.
Who rolled that 14?
Me.
Okay. This is a patron. It is Amadon.
Ah. Hey guys. This is allow me to introduce Amadon, the patron that is not my husband. Hi.
Who?
Who?
I'm just one
Um,
of many.
Can I
But
get
like
2
I
more
said,
ales?
5 minutes, and Amadon walks out the front door and stands outside the front door,
What did
looking
you
back
ask
at
no
for,
one-
you.
Essential?
So no one can come in.
Yeah,
He's just in the doorway.
he literally walked outside and is staring
Oh.
at the table.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
Lydia.
All right. All right.
All right.
Just making
Hey.
sure you all don't try to fly the coop, basically.
I myself am strange.
Oh man, it sure would be a hilarious thing if I were to just dimension door right fucking past him.
You should do that.
Alas, I didn't rest, so I don't have any
Oh.
spells.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Hmm.
So, really quick, I did want to mention before we see Dorian, or ask also, do we have any intentions of supporting anyone else, or are we going to follow my plan and take over the Legion? I mean, reform the Legion.
I love it when your plans come together.
I try.
Honestly, I'm up for whatever.
Because here's the thing: at that well, on that whatever tapestry, it supposedly said it has everyone who's ever visited show their entire lives and what their futures. Majin wasn't among them, and Majin has apparently been there multiple times. So, have what you will with that information, but for me, that seems like a huge problem down the road. But
Yeah.
for right
You
now,
might want to
there's
have
nothing.
a support system in case we need backup.
Well, we might want to investigate. That's all I'm saying. Now,
Yeah.
could Majin prove to be an ally? Not so sure.
Mm.
Well, I guess we should also consider Dorian's little visit or Dorian's little meeting as an opportunity for us as well, if we want to get some things done.
I don't know if I
Mm.
trust Majin. He did encourage me to attack Fate.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
But at the same time, I don't know what we don't know what he's capable of.
Did he encourage you to attack Fate? Or did
I
he
don't-
just not say anything?
Oh no, he said that I should go do whatever I was going to do. He prompted me. Absolutely.
Oh. I
And he
think he's
stood there.
I think he's just an opportunist. So if we make it inconvenient for him to betray us, he's not going to.
Is it betrayal if
I mean,
he's
he
just
does
not
state it
doing
outright.
anything?
Does betrayal
Is
have
it betray-
degrees?
Is it betrayal if he's just not doing anything to stop something from happening?
How many?
No,
degrees
it's
for
betrayal when you
is it?
attack someone that you've been traveling with for days and weeks at a time. That's betrayal. Betrayal is when
yeah.
you hold someone down.
Oh,
For...
okay. So when you guys removed the curse on me, got it.
Eh,
Did we do that?
Honest.
Yeah, you did that.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
it was
Oh,
petty.
I
but-
did that. I got you to hold him down.
Mm.
I seem to be attacking a lot of the party members to help them.
If that's
I'm not
okay.
going to stop.
You shouldn't. It's
Okay.
funny.
I have noticed you
anyway.
get quite. I have noticed you get quite hangry at times,
Yes.
Icarus.
Yes.
Mm,
You're true.
Speaking
yes.
of food,
Anyway, I think I have all my weapons. I returned to my crossbow last night, so yeah.
Grimeyes is going to get some food out of his little flavor maker, and it is disturbing, to say the least. Consisting of deep fried crawling claw and a side of death cheese.
Is
Wait.
flavor maker like a euphemism for his beard?
No, it's
Okay.
it's actually a
Actually-
magic item.
Yeah.
It looks like a chest.
Mhm.
And I get food out of it. And in this case, it is deep fried zombie hand and cheese made from a Catoblepaz. So,
Grimeyes, do you have to eat what comes out of that box, or can you put it back in and grab something else?
oh, I asked for this.
Oh. Risky. Interesting.
Yeah. I have a
Okay.
little experience with this patron. This is not the weirdest thing he could have asked for.
Oh, he's one of those.
I had to collect a brain for him, so
That shouldn't be too hard.
anyway. Everyone ready to go?
Time's up.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I'll have a roadie sody.
Do you have your own mug?
Mm-hmm. Right here. I'll buy this mug off you.
He had a whole wagon full of stuff. He's probably got a mug.
Nope, different guy.
No, that was the other guy.
Oh, this is true.
There is still a
Uh,
thing out there
uh,
somewhere, just an empty cart, broken
I'm
down
just
and
gonna-
disheveled now.
I can't wait to find it.
Grandma's actually gonna open his water skin, dump out all the water, and just start pouring ale into it.
Okay, so
I will do the same.
you all get that, and as you're walking out, Amadon is kind of leading in the middle of all of you, just kind of directing you towards where you're going. And he says, "I was just asked to bring you to the formal soiree. Apparently, we're all trying to decide who's gonna rule the Shadelands. Apparently, Dorian wants to set the record straight, and kind of rally support behind him.
Do you support Dorian?
Huh?
Do you support Dorian?
I don't really care what happens as long as I'm appeased."
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right. Oh,
So you have about a 30-minute walk to get to the Endless Spire.
Okay.
Amadon?
Yes.
First off, I guess I should introduce myself. I am Essential. I'm from the Shadelands, over by the Black Sea Ocean. What
The
is it called?
Rush.
The Rush. No, I was my parents have a home out by the Crooked Tower. Lighthouse, the
Oh,
Crooked
you're one
Lighthouse.
of
Yeah.
his. Okay.
Yes. Per se.
He owes me a couple things.
I'm sure he does. Listen, quick couple questions since we're on the way there.
Of course.
What is your view on LaCroix?
Eh,
That's what
he
I thought.
tends to avoid patrons for the most part, as do most of the Legionnaires. A lot of them have broken their pacts, so I have issue with a few of them here and there. But LaCroix, stand-up guy, a little hot-headed, probably taking things a bit too far now. But that's not really for me to judge. He's got his men, and they're very loyal to him.
You know, that's how it starts. They just start taking it a little too far, and then true intentions are revealed.
And then boom, apocalypse.
Interesting. That's what people say about most warlocks.
Warlocks have all kinds of reasons for what they do. It's
They're
not
shitty
for us
people.
to explain them.
Shitty people that belong in the Shadelands.
Throwing shade.
Literally.
It seems
Anyway,
you all need a sunbrella.
I've got one, thank you.
oh dear.
No, really, it's a
Anyway,
magical
I'm just
shield.
gonna
It absorbs light.
g-
It's awesome.
I'm gonna use my alter appearance like trait thing that I have to just fancy up my clothes a bit. I mean, we've been traveling hard for apparently a week now, so
Well,
wanna
here's
look a
the
little
thing.
nicer.
You
We've been fighting.
you all
We've been
went
fighting.
in. You all
Yeah.
went into the well. As far as you're concerned,
Oh, that's true.
a day and a half ago.
Right.
Or
Well,
no,
we've
2
also-
days. 2 days, and a week has passed. So there's some sort of time
Oh.
dilation that occurred. So
well, I mean, we
it
were
was
in
a
the
couple
source
days
of...
for you, but it was a week or more for the rest of the people outside.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm just making myself look a little more fancy.
Amadon, who is your greatest champion? Someone who you can rely on. That's a mortal like us.
Immortal? Oh, you mean my warlocks?
Who's
You
your
can-
greatest? Who's your favorite? I guess I should say.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite.
Oh,
You-
come now, Amadon. You seem like a person who would probably have favorites.
Nah, I love Chance. So who's up
I
today
didn't
may
meet
not
her.
be up tomorrow.
Is chance no fate?
Ha 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 ha. You're a clever one.
Not half as clever as I think I am. Wait,
Nailed it.
So you're a bit of a gambler.
Of course. I have many under my call: bards, rogues, assassins in some case.
Interesting. Would you
I
be
can offer
interested in an...
power for a price.
Hmm. We'll have to talk later. I'm a bit of an actor, so I could probably get into some places that you... Well, not in the Shadelands, since my head seems to be wanted on a plate. But
Well,
otherwhere.
I mean, fates change.
Yeah, she has.
Well played.
I gotta keep the dude, Invar's got it. I gotta keep it up.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, she did seem different when I ran into her. I already
Not
grabbed
half as
her.
different as I tried to. Anyway.
I ran into her and Majin, and I already led them to the Endless Spire. And then that's where they told me I could finally find you.
Interesting. We should
By
get
any
together
chance,
for a game.
there was another in our party, a female warrior. Did you happen to see her?
No, she said she had business
Oh,
elsewhere.
you mean Rosina? She's already there.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Did she come alone or?
Oh, no, Majin went to fetch her.
Cool beans, cool beans.
It's that
The coolest of beans.
All these beans are the coolest.
That cat has the coolest beans.
Toe beans.
Toe beans, hand beans.
All right. So,
I apologize. I
worries.
was having a sneezing fit.
Oh, did you win?
No.
Oh, unfortunate.
Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts plan struggle? Got it. All right. So you've got about 10 minutes left before you make it to the Spire. You actually are now on the Cathrock side of the city. As you approach over the bridge, everything seems very eerily quiet. The fighting has died down. Obviously, it's kind of a Cold War stance right now, with both sides kind of holding fast at their edges and avoiding the center. As you walk past, Amadon waves the guards away, and you enter into Cathrock, the city proper. And of course, you are now greeted with the familiar sights of dark stone, very gnarly looking passages, and wicked angles on buildings that don't seem to be of this world. And you continue walking, and as you're approaching, you see the Endless Spire coming up in the distance. It is a massive, massive castle hewn of black stone, the same stone that kind of permeates the rest of the Cathrock side. There's still some on the yonder side, but it is not nearly as prevalent as it is over here. As if the entire city was built out of this stone that was found somewhere, but from your experiences, it's the only place that really has this amount of stone in it. There's no quarries really that you're aware of, except for maybe one about an hour and a half away that actually can harvest this stone.
Oh yeah, the vampire ladies. Or no, the guy we saved from the vampire ladies. Anyway.
So we're almost there. Once we hit the steps, I'll bid you adieu. I have other matters to attend to this evening. In fact, I have a bet. Anyway, any other questions before you make your way inside?
No, not that I can think of. You guys?
None here.
Okay. The rest of the journey kind of goes in an amiable silence. Amadon is occasionally got a smile on their face. Not sure what it's really about, but it seems like there's something funny to Amadon that just isn't really plain out there to see. You come to the the stairs of stepping at the bottom of the endless spire, you see a massive courtyard, beautiful trees, and a garden, apple trees. It's basically its own kind of uh, biodome of sorts, where anything you could possibly want food-wise that can be grown is seen uh, throughout the area, and then surrounded by giant wrought iron hewn fencing, with two guards standing at the entrance, um, and Amadon waves you in and then disappears. So you are standing at the bottom of the steps, and there are two guards up top, and there you go. And the front door is open.
I walk straight up the stairs as confident as I can look, like I own the place.
Okay. As you walk up, you all know that you're traders, and you would expect that you'd be getting some dirty looks from the guards, but they seem to just nod to you. There's no ill will or anger or contempt on their face. They kind of put their hand out and say, "Ah, this way." As you walk in, you're led down a corridor into past quite a few rooms, all doors closed, um, and you're led off to the left, and as you turn the corner, you see inside a massive throne room. However, not like a throne room you'd be used to seeing for a king. Most kings' throne rooms are very decorated with the spoils of war, and there's trophies over here or elegant tapestries. What you walk into is a very large room that looks like it is the throne room of a soldier. Only things in there are things that would be considered useful on a daily basis. The throne is a solid stone chair that is hewn out of the ground itself, as if it was always there. It always has been. There are no elegant tapestries. There are some tables with food to eat, should you choose, on both sides. And inside, you see a massive number of people. Looks like court nobles, people from other places. Uh, Obviously, there are some Glaubjorn and Kaldenkind there as well. So any race, any walk of life that is upper crust society, or at least has some important station, even the most disheveled person carries themselves with dignity inside this room. And as you enter, you're stopped by a bard who has the horn and looks at each one of you and kind of asks your name real quick. How would you like to be introduced?
Hmm.
You three have been together longer than I have with you, so.
This bard, he is going to introduce each one of you separately.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
So if you just want to have your first and last name blasted out there or what have you.
All right. I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
I am Icarus of the clan Silverfang.
Icarus of the Silver Fangs presenting, and then kind of lets you walk down the stairs. Looks at Grim Eyes.
Grim Eyes of the Burning Circus.
I can't not. Grim Eyes of the Burning Circus.
At which point, Grim Eyes will activate his glamour weave. He is now on fire as he walks into the room.
I've seen this movie.
Also, he's going to give the bard some gold for saying it with a straight face.
The bard looks at you and just like winks. And looks at Essential.
You can say Essential. Say Essential is a bad man, and when he does that, I'm gonna go ahead and like loosely expose my torso, my pecs, my abs.
What?
I'm gonna take some holy water and just drench myself, and I walk, throw the glass behind me. And just
So he
walk
goes.
forward.
He sees kind of what you're planning, and he goes. Essential is a bad man. As you slowly unbutton your shirt and dump holy water on yourself like you're in a old car wash video trying to raise funds for
I
the
do have
Girl
long.
Scouts
I
or
do have long
something.
black hair, so it's
Yeah.
looking good.
You are
Icarus is very pointedly looking the other way.
Don't be shy.
and then Invar's he looks at you.
Essential cast cantrip thirst trap.
Thirst trap. Actually, it's just auto feature. I don't need to do anything. It just does it.
No, Invar's Levorm, kissed by the world serpent, herald of the apocalypse.
Okay, I wasn't listening, but just in case. Okay, Invar. What the hell?
Invar's Levorm, kissed by the world serpent, herald of
Invar's
the apocalypse.
kissed by the world serpent. Agent of. That's a lot. Agent of chaos and destruction.
Close enough.
As I walk by him, I look at him and I would have expected a burr, but no, like this.
Oh. Why am I the only one with court manners?
And
I hate all of these
the bard
people.
walks
Everyone
over to
here should
the
die.
bard walks over to Grim Eyes and he sees that you're all kind of huddled together now, and he goes, "Hey, Burning Circus Man. There's a friend of yours here. He said to let me know when you all showed up because he wanted to give you the heads up on who's here. I will point you in his direction." And he points off to the far right of the hall, and you see standing there Zale with both vampresses on either side.
Good for him.
And
Good for him.
Yeah. And
Can we get a recap, DM, on who that is?
Zale is the unfortunate soul who was turned vampire and was asking fate for help, whom you all eventually got to help him select the Undying Patron in order to try to free himself from his curse and regain his humanity.
Yeah. Oh, yes, he does owe us favors, and he did say he had some political power.
We should blow those favors on getting those women. Wait, no, that's a terrible idea.
And the bard notices that Zale's looking, and the bard kind of points like at you all, and he goes, "Thank you. I have to get back to Quiven Lux of the Legionnaires." And Quiven walks in. As this is happening, there's just random other nobles being introduced. Lady Featherbottom of the Tapestry Guild.
Bullshit.
Not the Lollipop Guild.
No.
I just want everyone to know this is the type of decadence that truly heralds the end times.
Someone here's a socialist. This aristocracy's got to end now. So Zale
Anyway,
wanders
Grandma's
over.
just gonna head over towards Zale.
Yep.
First rule of the apocalypse is that you always talk about the apocalypse.
That's fantastic.
All right, let me do the talking.
So
Just-
Zale walks over, and as you see, as I explained, Raziel is on one arm, and her sister is on the other. Raziel being the vampire whom gave you the worst of troubles. But her demeanor seems to have changed. She's smiling. She's having a good time. She has her arm lovingly wrapped around the waist of Zale. The her sister, however, whose name I wish was written here and I had made more notes. Go me.
Iwishwa.
Yeah,
Great name.
Ashwa, Ajwiwa. She has her arm around Zale as well. However, when she sees you, her eyes just go cold and she stops smiling. Um, she is apparently still very upset by the fact that you almost killed her sister.
Understandable.
In our
Zale
defense, I was there to ask politely.
In our
Zale!
defense, if she had stood still, we would have finished the job.
Zale kind of pushed us to have to fight her.
That's not how I remember it.
Oh, he's the one that ran in first.
Oh.
Yeah,
He ran in first. He with the intent to kill.
He ruined the plan at first, but
He did,
eventually
he did.
we all agreed that she was a problem. No offense.
Yes.
No offense.
Wait, you weren't even there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we had essential at that
It
point.
was our first mission.
Oh, did we?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, right.
That was right after
Yeah.
the other guy left.
Okay. I was getting things mixed up.
Mhm.
It's a little
Vampire
hard to
Hunter
keep track
E,
of it.
if you will.
Mm.
Anyway,
E-bands.
we approached Zale, and
All
I
right.
bow politely and say, "It's good to see you all doing so well."
absolutely. A new lease on life, as it were, or unlife.
Hmm.
Still, we're still sorry about the stabbing. A lot.
Raziel goes, water under the rush under the bridge. Yes.
It's a
What,
rush.
did
Yes.
that keep you from crossing it? Never mind.
Interesting. Cleric?
Yes, we seem to have. Well, I think he corrupted himself at some point. Anyway,
So I
Can't corrupt the zealot.
I wanted to be the first to greet you when you all came in because you have all been invited to a very dangerous game.
yes.
Everyone here is shoring up support for their own agendas.
Mhm.
So we're in the political game of chess, as it were. And I
Hmm.
figured I'd give you a heads up by letting you know who's who among the riffraff to maybe help you decide which course of action you would like to do.
Let's start with you, Zale.
Me?
Where
I'm
do you
already on
stand?
your side. That's
Oh,
part of
can
my
I-
favor.
Do I believe him?
I mean, you can roll perception or
Yeah,
insight.
No, I feel like he's just like, yeah, I'm just telling you everything. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's just like, whatever. It's like,
I'll accept it.
I'll roll insight to see if he's really
Okay.
on
Look,
his side.
I'm always down to throw down anyway, so
That's
if
only a
shit hits
14,
the
but well.
fan. It's okay.
yes. So he does not seem to be lying. He's very
course.
jovial. He's having a good time. He goes, so here's the hubbub, the who's who, as it were. As you can see over there, and he points over to a woman in full plate armor. He goes, that's Cordelia. That is the captain of the Accursed Guard.
Oh.
Basically Dorian's right-hand woman, as it were. Right-hand person, to be quite frank. She is dangerous. From my understanding, she's trying to shore up support potentially for herself, if not Dorian. She'll side with whoever out of the two of them has more support.
Interesting.
Quiven, who you just saw, I believe you're familiar with him. He is the field marshal of the Legionnaires, second only to LaCroix. Oh, over there, our lovely zealot Elias, the cleric of Mask and Thieves Guild leader.
Hmm.
Alias obviously being the person that you all had met on Patron's Pass when you were trying to book passage into Yon Koth not too many nights ago. There's Snow over there, the leader of the Rangers Guild, the one whom I heard tell that you smuggled some goods for.
We couldn't possibly say anything about that.
Uh,
I'm going to look around to see if that lovely warrior woman that we fought, that was so very efficient in destroying all of us. I believe the DM was giving her extra turns. Is she around?
oh, are you looking for Lethka, the Hexblade patron?
Ooh.
Or are you looking for Raziel was the one that was laying waste to you all. But
Or the Lady of the Lake.
No, I think he meant the Hexblade
yeah, the Hexblade champion,
champion,
Lethka,
yeah,
is not
who
currently
had actions for every
Man.
single
Yeah, she had
person
turns
on
for
the
every turn that we
field.
took or something.
Yep.
Yeah. I was looking for her. She's not there?
She's not here.
It confirms what I said. Everyone here is worthless.
There's
No,
also
you shouldn't
Resh.
have such a low opinion of yourself.
I think that went over his head, or he doesn't care. That's what Zale says to you. Oh, Okaresh over there, the guild leader of the mages on the Black Span. Oh, Mingani Lilt has decided to show her face. Looks like she's having a chit chat with Aelios. Word has it that she's tied with something a little darker than the Thieves Guild, but you'll have to suss that out on your own. Oh,
Yes.
Torrid Lightmaker came in. He is the kind of unofficial spokesperson for the Caldenkind and other settlements that are on the edge of the Shadelands. From my understanding, they lived in relative peace, and they just kind of want to stop the chaos here in the Shadelands because it could eventually cycle out to them, and that's not what they're here for.
Yes. Oh my. I haven't heard from him in quite a while.
Well, tonight's as good a time as any to talk to him. Oh, there's Millicent Canterfield over there. I believe you all may have run into her or run past her as you took over the hearth. She is the
Oh.
Bursar, basically a grandiose accountant for the Scarlet Hearth. Oh, interesting. The librarian's not here. Well, there's Master Ridgewell Beckett, apparently standing in for the librarian.
Oh no, he is the librarian now.
Yeah, he is.
We disincorporated the last one.
Accidentally, we made loud noises and she got angry.
Well, that explains why he's just happy to be here.
Yes.
Ah,
He probably still owes us a favor, honestly.
and there's Eoforn over there. It's Iorfon, the leader of the Brutes Guild on the yonder side. Oh, isn't that one of your old friends? As you look over and he points at this Iorforn, you see Rosina standing there, having a conversation. You all remember, well, most of you remember, that Rosina said that she was part of a guild at one point, and this is apparently who she was working with, at least before you all started your adventure.
Yeah, that's not the Brute Squad. She is the Brute Squad.
Oh,
She is.
she
is
comes
quite a woman.
from quite the background, from my understanding, and that entire set of people, they are brutes for hire. You are lucky to
Yes.
have had one so talented on your side.
Yeah, indeed. As were you at the time.
Raziel just smiles.
Up until she was not useful at all.
Oh, and there's Vywin Leonas, the Vice Admiral of the Iceborne Imperium. They're right on the northwest side of the Shadelands, bordering country. Wonder why they're here. Probably to take advantage of something. I have no idea. Oh, Kioran Brickfoot, the owner of the Cracked Pact. You all recognize the name because Kioran is the one that helped you all break your packs when you first started out and regain your full powers. Essential,
yes.
you've heard the name. You know that she is a she's a warlock of a very very different style of patron. One that does not like
Mm,
to be bothered with warlocks at all, but somehow still gets packs made all the time.
yes.
And then there's Mazakai the Just, the High General of the Radiant Brigade over there. Uh, you might have some. Well, no, probably not. I was gonna say Envars, you might have something in league with them, but I believe your outlooks on how existence should be are slightly different. And then there's Borla, the leader of the Stonemasons Guild. He seems a bit out of sorts lately. That's unfortunate. And of course, I'm here. So,
Mm,
what I would recommend, however you decide to go with this, um, everyone's going to be trying to gain support for one side or the other. So, whoever you choose to back, there's probably about, I don't know, 3 hours or so to try to gain some support for whoever you want to support or back whoever you want to back and try to get other people to back them too. Just know that everyone's got agents trying to undermine each other, so welcome to court.
yes. Give me a moment.
So,
Well, essential.
hmm,
When the world ends, all honor will be burned and all obligations will be ruined. But until then, if I may be of assistance to you, let me know.
understood. At least from my idea, definitely want to overthrow LaCroix and get the Legion, which are basically a bunch of warriors who and ex pact warlocks. Um, they could prove to be an invaluable fighting force for us. Security, for the most part. Um, it wouldn't hurt to go and speak with the second command, Quiven. But don't think me and
Actually,
him. What's up? Also, real quick remind, I've
is
been
LaCroix
loving
here?
LaCroix.
No.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I figured much. Well, LaCroix doesn't.
His loss.
Right. I regardless, I don't think LaCroix would come to these things anyways. It doesn't seem the type. It doesn't hurt to speak with what Quiven has to say about about LaCroix. Um, do we see Fate here as well, or no?
Yes, so Fate is kind of meandering around talking with some of the nobles and some just kind of warlocks in general, like very warlocky looking type people. But she's also been talking to Olka, Resh. You've seen her talking to Master Ridgewell Beckett, and then as she sees that you're with Zale, she starts walking towards you. And she's like, "Hi, I see Amadon found you."
Yes. Yes, he did.
Yes.
Are
I
you
heard-
aware that we were gone for a week?
I found out when we were walking with Amadon, Majin and I.
Was that the Wells doing?
I mean, could have been. I don't think we were gone for a week.
Well, it's the seat of all patrons' power, and we do have a patron that deals with time, so time fuckery is kind of expected, honestly.
I was just wondering if she knew.
Yeah. So,
So, I would appreciate all of your help if you could help me. Actually, I'm trying to shore up support for, well, me.
Your mind is just going to turn and look at Essential and just quietly mouth the words Queen Fate at him.
Yeah, he's sort of in this daydream now, as Fate has presented such a very very alluring proposal. LaCroix seems very far away now. Fate, I've been meaning to ask, what what was that down there in the well? What was that
Oh,
all about?
I finally connected with my patron, and it
So,
unlocked all of my potential.
yes, that's potential. Who is your patron? If you
Doesn't have a name,
doesn't really know.
is merely a concept.
Oh, I don't know. That
And
could be a
I
thing.
don't really know how to explain it. You kind of have to make a
Just feel it
pact with
out.
them. Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of like, I guess a little generic, I suppose. Like, oh, it's a blank or like the fiend. It just sort of falls under his own
Oh,
their own little archetype thing.
celestial.
Ah, celestial.
like
Yes.
It's always useful.
like angels.
Yes, like angels. At least that's the power that courses through me. And that's the power that I use to heal the well.
Your eyes is turning again to essential. Angel wings.
He's as soon as she said, yeah, that and all the things. He's just his vision of Faye is getting bigger and bigger, and his ambitions are getting smaller and smaller now.
Uh-huh.
Fate,
Yes.
what do you intend to do?
I wish to strike a balance again. I want them
Right.
both to stop fighting. I wish to help with the burden of the patrons so it doesn't fall on one person to help with this. I mean, there'll be a lot of work for the changeover, but ultimately, what I want most is to save the Shadelands from this war and
Hmm.
have things go back to the way they were.
So, say that we find you support. What's the first thing you're going to do? What do you intend to do?
Try to reason with once we've confirmed, we'll reason with LaCroix to get him out of the Scarlet Hearth, to put things back the way they were and end the chaos. Um, from my understanding, um, the well itself being broken was what was causing the chaos with the patrons. I had a
Right.
conversation with Dorian, and Dorian seems very much in his faculties, not out of control or crazy at all.
Hmm.
Well, that makes sense. Um, missing an entire domain, which I don't even know how that would happen. It's almost like an unbalanced top. It's gonna start tipping to one side. Anyway. Hmm.
So
So
basically, I
how
want
much?
peace.
Peace. Everyone wants peace, Fate. So let's say you garner enough support here. You also have our aid. Now, what if we can't quell both sides of this war? What if we had to choose a side to help us get what we want in the end? Who
Well,
would you
I
choose?
feel like that decision will be made by both of them, and one side will win and one side will end up losing, at which point we will have to rebuild. But my purpose is to try to prevent that.
Okay. About so, who do you need support from the most? I believe I can get the Cauldron kind on my side. I have a few connections there, but other than that,
Well, I mean, honestly, everyone's vying for everyone else's support. Um, I talked to Zale earlier, like you all have. Zale's already on our side, so we've got at least one person, but the more people we have on our side, the better, because ultimately what it comes down to at the end of the night is who has the most support.
mhm.
And there are other factions. Obviously, some of the foreigners would love to see things change entirely. Uh, Maybe even the captain of the Accursed Guard. Um, but honestly, it's just numbers. We have a
So
set
who-
amount of time to try to do it before, the night is over. But there will be a vote, I've been told, where everyone's going to rally who they have behind them. At which point, the political chess will end.
So who supports you right now that you know of?
I just arrived shortly before you did. I was
So you
getting
have no
into my
insight.
garb, as it were.
So who are the ones that are easiest to sway
Easiest?
to your side?
Who's already leaning your way?
Right. Who's already leaning your way?
I mean, maybe Kioran. I don't know about Millicent. We did kind of take her job away from her. But Quiven, I have no idea. Quiven may side with us, but I think ultimately you might, depending on what you offer and what you can bring about, you might be able to offer something that will pull them over to our side if you give them a good enough reason. But the only one I know of right now is Zale,
Okay.
because we're not the only ones with offers.
Mhm.
And after
All
all,
right.
this is a city of deals.
Oh, trust me, I'm more than aware. All right. Looks like we have to get to work.
Okay,
It's
so I'm not going to give you all the details on this, but you have 10 rounds to shore up support for whoever you're going to shore up support for. There will be opposed persuasion, insight, or whatever checks you want to use, but they have to be social ones. You just tell me what you're going to roll with. Give me your pitch to whomever you're talking to, or we'll start with who you're going to talk to, and I'll give you a description of them and a little bit of background based on the knowledge that you've gotten from Zale. After the 10 rounds are over, the next step begins. Coolios?
You're muted.
And here I am with exhaustion and therefore disadvantage on everything.
It will be a group check, so it's
Okay.
whoever.
Oh, thank God.
It's whoever has. It's going to be
mean-
slightly lower than the average.
As different people go
Yeah,
to
the
speak
average
to
itself,
different
yeah.
people, one of the things that I'll be doing is actually casting guidance on them.
Okay. And one of my warlock things is that I always have advantage on performance. Always. Which is a bit more social.
Oh
than-
man, I would love to have that right now because I was just gonna have Grimeyes wander into a corner, pull out his loot, and just start playing something.
So you're all going to be rolling. So it's a group dice roll. You're all going to roll.
All right.
And basically, the rules are simple. I will roll an opposed check. If you have more successes, more than half of you succeed, then you will gain them, and I'll let you know. If there's some question about it, I'll give you information on that too. But I will not straight out say, yes, you got them, or no, you didn't get them. That being said, Invarse, if you try to cast guidance, as you begin to cast your spell, a hand is placed on your back, and you see the bard just go, don't.
It was going to be something to help my friends, not affect
Yes,
others.
but just remember, they want to keep the playing field fair, and if you can do it, then they could do it, and it
I
might
assume
be
they already had.
misinterpreted. No, no one's allowed to cast magic here.
So be it.
We are being watched by others.
Mm-hmm. It's only fair. I mean, it's
Then
patrons
let
against
them
mortals.
watch us. No,
Let them watch.
let them watch as we reap on their dreams.
All right. The people that Fate said that were more likely to potentially support her.
Kioran.
We should have
Rickwood.
Zale already too as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was Millicent again?
Millicent is the accountant, effectively, the bursar for the Scarlet Hearth.
Oh.
Oh.
I was.
Oh, so we probably just have to. We probably have to promise that we're going to get LaCroix out of the Scarlet Hearth and get her job back.
Yeah, promise that we're not gonna destroy the damn place.
Yeah.
So what you do know is this. The people whom you don't necessarily need the support of, potentially, are Mezakai and Vywin Lyonnaise, because they are both foreigners.
So we
They're-
can just okay.
Yeah, they're just fancy pants folks.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So who do we go after first?
I can go ahead and target Quiven. I already know some of the Legionnaires there. I'm not a Legionnaire yet, but
Okay.
All right.
I can garner maybe some support from him. Especially since we were fighting
So,
for him.
All of
for the
you
Legion.
have been, for the most part, kind of helping the Legionnaires in their
Right.
struggles. You helped them
Right, so
take
you-
the Scarlet Hearth. You helped them
Exactly.
with the minus Essential. You've helped them with the attacks in the forest at the beginning of this campaign. So you all would have advantage, with the exception of Grim Eyes, who has a flat roll. Essential, you are kind of part of the Legionnaires.
That's fine,
You were
yeah.
recruited.
Yeah.
The Field Marshal absolutely knows the deal that you and LaCroix had. So you have
That makes
advantage
sense.
too. However, to go ahead and give you a little bit on that, where in the hell are the names? There we go. Cool. That's not Borla. All
I
right.
figure we might as well get the Legion on our side. One, they're full of people who've broken their packs, so they have no affiliations to patrons. So if the patrons run wild, we have people who we can trust
Mhm.
that could fight for us, with us.
Yes.
All right.
And
So
then after that, we can talk to the Calling Kind. Anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
absolutely. So, Quiven Lux, just to give you a reminder, male elf. The pointed tip of his right ear is missing. His face looks as battle-hardened and wary as is possible for a nigh immortal elf. He is not clad in full regalia, but wears modest navy robes fastened with a golden brooch bearing the Legionnaire signet. Fate seems to be a little stunned that he is here as she walks towards him with you. As one of LaCroix's highest-ranking officers, it's weird that he's here, considering that they're traitors.
Mhm.
So, you can initiate a conversation with them if you wish to know more about them, depending on how that conversation goes. In most cases, you could get an advantage or disadvantage on how the conversation goes. So, there you go. Quiven, you walk up to Quiven as your first target of this political chess, as it were. And he sees you all and he goes, "Oh, hi. I know it's weird that I'm here, but kind of got to see what's going on. And things haven't been great."
Yes. Well, information is the first ammunition of any war, so knowing what's going on is always a good idea. It is good to see you again. It's been a while since you've helped us break our pacts with our original patrons. So, were you sent here by LaCroix, or are you here of your own volition?
I'm kind of here of my own volition. LaCroix is a good man, but I can't say that I feel that he's making the best decisions for the long-term well-being of our people. I mean, I was a warlock bastard doing bastard things before LaCroix was even born. But I left that life behind and followed him because I believed in him. I believed in his cause. I still do. But the fact is, I will be here, the Shadelands will be here, long after his short human life is spent. Someone has to ensure the safety of the people.
Of course. After all, the people is what matters. Because if everyone dies, then what's the point of the city?
Who rules the
Well,
graveyard?
I mean, you could have the lands back, but well,
So, who are you garnering support for?
So that's what we came for here for you, Field Marshal. We look to be supporting Fate, and I will sort of gesture to Fate.
Oh. Not a bad choice.
Things have happened relatively quickly. For us, it seemed like a few days, but apparently it's been longer than that. So,
Yeah, we hadn't seen you in probably a week and a half now, maybe 2 weeks.
Well,
Yeah, that was like
so they say.
2-ish days ago for us.
So they say.
Ah.
yes, we did manage to rebalance the patrons. Seems so. Hopefully, some of the chaos has died down, but Fate seems to have a plan in place to help get things back in balance and get things more normal.
We're looking to
The-
reestablish the status quo, basically.
Oh. I mean, that benefits the city and the people as a whole. I mean,
Correct.
obviously there will still be squabbles here and there, but nothing that can't be mediated outside of a table.
Correct.
Mhm.
At a table, to be quite frank. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your checks. You
right.
can roll insight, persuasion, or intimidation. I wouldn't recommend intimidation. You will have disadvantage with him.
I think I'm gonna go with insight because I've got a plus 12 to that.
Just
Yeah,
to
I gotta
see.
go.
And
Okay, yeah.
is it a flat roll or advantage?
You all except for Grim Eyes have advantage because Grim Eyes is disadvantage on life right now.
Yep, I'm exhausted. That is a 14 for me though.
Okay.
18.
23.
As you're talking to Quiven, he's taking it in. He goes, you make some really good points. All right. I mean, it sounds good. I have no problem with that.
What about LaCroix?
We'll have to come to that bridge after we get done here.
Of course, of course.
I will try to talk him down, as will Fate, more than likely. But should that
hope
not be an option?
Mhm. Yeah, it seems like LaCroix's been under a lot of stress lately. Maybe he needs a bit of a sabbatical. Anyway,
Possibly.
Side eye. Sabbatical's a good thing.
All right.
any tips for some of the other people here? Anything you've observed?
Anyone that sort of aligns with you, Field Marshal?
No. I arrived just after you all did. I was talking to some of the guild leaders on the various bridges, but they all seem to have their own agendas.
What's your
or
take
they're
on?
just kind of keeping it open.
What's your take on Cordelia?
Ah, Cordelia.
Uh-huh.
You would think that someone who is the right hand to Dorian would be kind of a hard ass.
Mm-hmm.
She is suspiciously jovial,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what to make of that.
She has
But
a
she
plan.
is a warlock, so who knows?
Well, with the patrons in better spirits, I can only imagine everyone sort of in a tizzy.
Possibly.
Well, thank you for your insight.
Of course.
Please excuse us.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna head for, oh gosh, the Caldenkind. What was his name?
All right, cool. I'm actually gonna copy these and throw them in the Discord for you all. because
perfect.
I'm a nice guy. There you go. Those are the names that you have. As of right now, it seems as if you have Quiven's support.
Good to know.
Okay. The Calden kind is Torrid
Torrid.
Lightmaker.
What do we know of Torrid? I asked that debate.
Torrid is a kind of a mediator for the outer communities in the Shadelands. They typically stay away from politics, so the fact that he's here means that they're really just concerned about the state of affairs here and wish to make sure that that doesn't roll out into their area.
Right.
So,
They're all looking to get something out of this. So.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, maybe,
also,
but he's always been very hands off. So
yeah.
if I had to
The
guess, he's only here to prevent war from
So-
spilling into
Yeah.
the countryside.
So Icarus, have you worked with this Torrid before? Do you know him?
I do
Not-
know
maybe not.
of. I
You
You
do
know
know
of
him.
him, but only by name. You've dealt with some of the people that he works with living in the outskirts yourself for a period of time, but he is a very well respected member of the outside communities,
Hmm.
which is why he's their
Remember,
spokesman.
remember, Calvinkind are very often traders, as in merchants, not traders like us. So they speak a lot of languages. They have a lot of stories. They have a lot of traditions. So they're also probably worried about making sure that they can still trade and get the goods that they need for their communities, because war is not good on that sort of thing.
Well, no, yeah, exactly. Changing regimes could affect their livelihoods. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, take the lead, big guy.
All right. I approach Torad.
All right. Oh, hello.
Hello.
I've heard of your exploits, young one.
You honor me, Elder. I am, well, I'm making my way in the world as do all Caldenkind.
Of course. How can I help you?
I was just wondering, what do you, uh, the outer communities don't often come into the cities all that often, and I was wondering why you were present at this meeting.
Okay. So I'm going to answer that question, then I'm going to give you a brief description of Torrid. He responds by simply saying the peace and balance that we who are living outside of Yon Koth have managed to cultivate is what we're looking for. We don't want our homes or lives destroyed, and if this sort of bloodshed and war continues, it's only a matter of time before it does spill out into the countryside. So for what Torrid looks like, Torrid Lightmaker, obviously the representative of the Rustic Bloods, the loose collection of rural communities, a 6.5-foot tall humanoid bear with white fur that carries a slight blue tint to it. He wears dark green harem pants which are tucked into brown boots with fur lining the top, wearing a small jacket that covers just his shoulders and the upper half of his back, the edges lined with thick fur.
Well, that's good to know because we are also seeking to reestablish the balance and keep things from, well, keep them from getting worse and hopefully help make things better, reestablishing the status quo, so that we can prepare the ground for improvements in the future.
Do you have anyone in mind for this particular balancing of the scales?
Yes, I have been working with Fate, I guess due to her. She was the one who was able to help heal the well, and restore the balance with the patrons. And she has a plan that would help ease the burden on Dorian and keep it from all being all on one person.
Ah, okay. Icarus, you have advantage. Essential, you will have advantage because you're from the Shadelands. There's a chance that you've run through and talked to some of their kind before.
My
Grimeyes,
parents
you're at
probably
disadvantage, and Envars, you're at normal. So go ahead and roll your social check.
21.
22.
Holy crap.
Nice.
18.
27.
I'm surprised I got that 22.
All right.
You know, when 18 is the low roll, what do you
Yeah,
do?
that's pretty crazy.
Torrid goes, okay. Absolutely. Easily. Sounds like probably the best plan I've heard so far tonight. Cordelia wanting to take over, the Radiant Brigade just trying to stir the pot.
Who's the Radiant Brigade?
Oh, that's Mozakai the Just, the High
Oh.
General of the Radiant Brigade.
Oh.
Clerics.
A ruckus, you say?
Paladin.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
A ruckus, indeed.
And nothing so stubborn as the mind of a devout.
Mm-hmm.
Present company excluded.
Oh no, you can include me in that. That's perfect.
I think he's talking about Envars.
Oh. Oh. That makes sense.
Well, thank you for your insight, Elder. And I look forward to reestablishing connections with my clan. I have been away for far too long.
Can I shake his hand?
Yes. If
I like the-
when he makes the deal, he shakes your hand. He's very amiable and
Nice.
genial.
As we lock hands and arms, I'm just gonna look at him and say, "We're all in this together."
Stop now.
I'm gonna give you inspiration for that.
Yes. I'm gonna start doing that to everybody.
You son of a bitch.
That's our political slogan, dude. That's
We're all in this together.
all in this together, dude. Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm having horrible flashbacks to when I was in High School Musical in high school.
Yes.
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 I was in that. I was the kid doing the intro across the entire stage.
Oh my god.
That was my entire role.
I was the jock that liked to bake.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
When you say bake, could you be more specific?
Oh,
Creme brulee,
oh.
apple pies. Yeah.
Oh. I didn't take it for a Patreon. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I actually now greatly enjoy making creme brulee in the real world, so
That's honestly a skill worth having.
it is. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just having minor existential terror.
Fantastic. I approve of that. All right. So you seem to have garnered the support of Torad. Where would you like to go next?
Where are those mercenaries at? The Radiant guys?
Are you talking about
Mazokai, the
The
High
Mazokai,
General.
yeah.
so the paladin. You want to go talk to the paladin.
Yeah, I'll keep them on my radar, but I'm sort of interested because from what Torad said, there are a bunch of ruffians, a bunch of loose cannons. That
Oh
can
no! They're just
they're
just
righteous
okay with
zealots.
causing it. They're just self-righteous zealots.
That's still perfect. That's good to have. Honestly, I look at it
Yeah.
and like that's really good to have. That's gonna be really fun to have.
I'm looking at Millicent and the librarian. Because Millicent, we can probably bribe her with getting the guard out of the Scarlet Hearth and getting her job back.
Yeah, with Quiven's help as well, that could also be possible.
And
We
the
could drop that
librarian.
Quiven has agreed with us. So.
Yeah. And the librarian, well, he owes us for his promotion.
I don't think he owes us. I think he's just I think he would be willing to do it for us, honestly.
Yeah,
That ghost
Probably.
bitch was a bitch. Like,
Ghost bitch.
Rosina had, looking back on it now, Rosina had every right to me. To do what she did.
Everyone was all mad at Rosina when she screamed, "You're a ghost!"
I wasn't really mad. It was just more like shocked, honestly. But now that shock is
Yeah.
over.
yeah. And Icarus just walked out the building. He's like, nope, nope, nope.
To be fair,
Anyway.
you didn't walk so much as you ran in terror as your body was melting around you.
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
All right. So you have the list of folks that you can go talk to. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask: are any of you going to be kind of watching out, just seeing what is happening around you?
I was
mean-
actually wanting to do that. as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone
So-
else can do that actually.
So whoever's going to do that, I'm going to have you keeping an eye on the people you've already talked to, because as you know, there are agents from every faction talking to people.
Oh,
So-
I was gonna try to just incite people and kind of actively and passively watch out because I've only got a +6 to charisma, so I don't have like perception, performance, persuasion.
I
But I've got
gotcha.
a decent
So
insight.
what I'm going to have your character do, Invar's, is you will notice if someone you had talked to previously seems to be kind of going a different direction with their support.
Okay. And just so
Yeah.
that's out there, I know it's not the best. I think probably Grim Eyes has better, but my passive insight is 21.
Jesus. All right. I'm not even going to have you roll for that. You'll roll like everybody else for the party thing, but holy shit, no one's hiding anything from you.
Yeah, and my passive insight's 22. So
Fantastic.
In the
Yeah.
end, the truth comes out.
Yes.
In the end.
this
You
is why
guys
I
are
am
just-
an investigator.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So, who are you going to next?
Millicent.
Okay.
I think she just wants her job back.
You're
so-
actually heading towards her, and she sees you out of the corner of her eye and beelines straight for the party.
Oh, shit.
perfect.
Oh shit.
And she goes,
Brace!
I stepped to the side.
I will take care of this.
"Hello, hello. It's a pleasure to see you all here.
Of course, madam. And may I say you look lovely tonight.
Oh, thank you. You're a
Wait, she's
flatterer.
happy to see us?
Why wouldn't I be? This is a party of sorts, yes? Oh, you're worried. You're worried. No. Things happen. It's a minor inconvenience that will soon be resolved. It's all
Oh.
rush under the bridge.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, I was.
I don't
meaning to-
trust that.
Well, I mean, it was just a little misunderstanding. No sense getting all worked up over a little spilled blood. We have more important matters to discuss, after all.
Trade. Yes, I was meaning to talk to you about that. We a little bit of magical weirdness. So we actually haven't been here for the past 2 weeks. We thought it was only 2 days, so we were shocked to find out that the guard had just squatted in the Scarlet Hearth. I mean, we only wanted to protect it, honestly. So, I was wondering, we do have the, oh gosh, why do I forget everything right as I'm about to say it? Field Marshal? Yeah, we just talked to Quiven, the Field Marshal, and he'd like to get things back in balance so that they can leave the Scarlet Hearth and you can have your domain back, as it were.
Oh, that does seem like a lovely idea, and it would benefit both of us. So what you're offering is, if I support who you're wanting to support, you will get LaCroix and the Legionnaire out of the Scarlet Hearth so that I can resume my position?
Yes, and oh yes, I just remembered. There's even a little bonus that I can throw in. You know, cold and kind. We travel a lot. We're always looking for new people to trade with. So we just talked to Torad over there, and perhaps I can introduce you to each other, and some new business can occur, bringing more money in.
Well, if I didn't already know Torad, that would be a wonderful offer.
Oh, well, makes sense. Just thought I'd offer.
So who are you wanting to throw your support behind?
Fate, actually. Um, we were, she was the one who helped repair the well, get it back in balance for all the patrons. And seems to have she has a plan to help rebalance the city and um, keep everything from having to rest on the shoulders of one person.
Okay.
Spread out the power a little bit.
Essential, she doesn't recognize you, so you're going to get advantage on this one. Icarus, you get advantage because you've been doing the fast talking. Everyone else rolls at what they have, with the exception of Grim Eyes, who is at disadvantage.
Oh dear. That's a 12.
19.
Okay.
Essential with a 28.
Okay. Grim Eyes?
Jesus.
27
Holy shit.
with disadvantage.
You were
Yeah.
just like babbling it out exactly what they want to hear in your exhaustion.
See, the trick is nobody remembers anything bad he did because
Oh,
of that
that's
little
true.
curse that was going
That's
on.
true, yeah.
So even though he's at disadvantage, it's offset.
It's offset.
The world, the universe settles things.
It's fine.
He's
It's
manifested
fine. I've passed it off as I'm passing it off as me being just drunk,
Okay.
and it's a little endearing. Apparently,
So
I'm a little goblin man.
she's like, I will, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'll consider my options. And I guess we'll see at the end of the night.
Sounds wonderful. All right. Whew.
All right. You have 7 rounds remaining.
Oh man, someone might have to take over the next one because I'm a little out of breath with how fast I was talking.
Who would you like to go to next?
Too bad Biscuits isn't here.
Who said he's not?
Oh,
No one's looked for anybody.
We'd have some absolute shenanigans if we did. I would like to go after Master Ridgewell Beckett.
Okay.
Let's go talk to the librarian.
What
You
can the
walk
library
up.
offer us?
Master Ridgewell Beckett is pleased to see you all. Oh, hello. I wish to thank you for my recent elevation, he says, giggling as he's floating off of the floor.
All right.
Of course.
How can I help you folks?
Oh, So we are mingling, getting to know other people, and I thought you might be able to assist with something. We're trying to rally some support behind Fate.
Consider it done.
Oh,
Awesome, great.
You saved yourselves
Can
a
I
round.
can I insight that?
Yes, you can insight that.
It's
Yes.
only a 16.
Not lying.
I'll have to donate some of my books. I've collected quite a few in my travels abroad.
Oh, we'd
May I-
appreciate
Now
it.
we
We'd
may
like
I
things that aren't
request-
cursed.
Yeah, may I request that you remove the curses on the
Well,
books?
I've been working on that slowly. I've had plenty of
Fantastic.
time over the last couple of weeks since I saw you.
Actually, why were the books cursed in the first place? Did we ever learn?
Her.
Oh,
Figures.
she's very protective of her books. Got it.
No, she's just an evil bitch. Or rather, was.
Oh,
Nice.
All right.
Let's go talk to Corin Brickfoot. Yeah?
Good talk.
They helped us. They helped us shake off the packs and all that in the beginning. They were
Yes.
the cracked pack owner.
Yes,
Let's go talk to
Kieran
Corin
Brickfoot,
Brickfoot.
the owner of the Cracked Pact, and the one who initially saved the vast majority of you from your terrible Fey Warlock packs.
Yeah,
To
and we
give you
also
a quick
kind of saved
reminder,
his.
Kioran is a female dwarf, the proprietor of the Cracked Pact. She
Cracked Pact.
peers over opaque black spectacles, forever chewing on an unlit cigar with a smug grin permanently fixed to her face. Her gray shirt is untied at the top and half tucked into brown pants, which cover leather straps of her closed-toe brown sandals.
Essentials already has respect for her. She's wearing brown pants. She's smart.
You do notice that she has her eyes affixed closer to where the throne is as you're approaching, like she's eyeing something. And she walk up and she goes, "Oh, hi. Fancy meeting you three here. I remember you. It's been a while, though. Essential.
Hello.
I hope your adventures did you well. You still with the fish?
Good time. Yes, I still am.
Let me know if you ever want to stop that.
I know.
Ah, so she looks back over at the throne. Grim Eyes and Envars, you both look over and you realize that she's eyeing Majin. Like she's just constantly just looking to make sure that they haven't moved, rather.
Okay. Well, as you may know, fate helped keep all of the pacts intact by healing the Whale of Souls. Now, that's good for you. Because if all the packs were suddenly gone, you wouldn't be able to help people like you helped us.
I mean, to be fair, they'd still be. It just wouldn't be a source of power. We'd still have patrons.
Power drives people to things.
Fair. But, I mean, I do get tired of being blamed for people's packs being broken. And it's not really my main business. It's just a side gig. But I appreciate the thought. So how can I help you all? I assume you're wanting to throw support behind the pretty one over here? Fates just looks at
Icarus?
Bjorn like, no, I mean,
Ouch.
whatever. No, Fate.
What? It's called in kind. They're like dragonborns, but softer.
I'm gonna give you inspiration for that. Like Dragonborn, but softer. All right.
I'm not even angry. That's just true.
They're the fuzzy Dragonborn of the D&D world.
You know.
So, go ahead and roll your stuff. Invars, I'm going to give you advantage. You all will have advantage. Except Essential, you'll roll
What?
flat.
So I
Grim
think
Eyes,
I'm also
you'll be at
flat.
regular. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 22.
Advantage.
24.
Holy crap. Okay. 11. I need to reload D&D Beyond.
This is what happens when I have a plus 12 in a stat.
Yeah, apparently. Kieran, kind of bemused about the entire thing, just goes, all right, you've got my support. I mean, for now, unless someone else offers something better, but...
Yeah. Well, I mean, if nothing else, it'll keep the city from destroying itself and your business.
You know, funny thing about us, we get around to a lot of places. We see a lot of people. We could always make sure that we drive adventurers and wanderers to your primary source of income.
Of course.
After all, I mean, we stayed there last night, and the the service was excellent. So, I mean, if your if your place can do that in the middle of a war, that's quality right there.
Hmm. Yes. So, just to give you a heads up, each one of these conversations is taking roughly a half hour.
Right.
So,
We talked to Ridgewell Beckett already, right?
yep, you've talked to Ridgewell Beckett. You have talked to Quiven, Millicent, Master Ridgewell,
Torrid,
and
and Kjorn.
Kjorn, yeah, and Torrid.
We've got 5 down.
Yes.
Potentially.
How
Yeah.
long do we have? That's 5 30
you-
minutes each. That's woof.
Yeah. So you've talked to 5. You've only used 4 rounds. As you're
Nice.
moving on to the next person, you notice that Cordelia has been talking to Millicent, and Millicent seems pretty jovial, and they're shaking hands.
Let's go put a stop to that.
All right,
Or
Cordelia.
encourage it.
So you have the option of going back to talk to Millicent again, or you can approach someone new.
Cordelia seems to be pretty ambitious.
What does Millicent really offer us? Though?
How about I'll just go over to Cordelia just to insight while the others go to someone else.
Okay.
Split the party.
All
Okay.
right. So I'll go ahead and start with Invar's then, talking to Cordelia.
I'm just gonna. Well, I'm actually gonna talk to Millicent
Oh, you're going to talk to Millicent. Okay.
to find out if she's still on board.
So Millicent was a maybe. Last you talked to her.
Is she a maybe no now?
Roll insight.
I've got a passive of 21. Okay, I'll roll.
Yeah, if she's a swing voter, we should
26.
Yeah, you gather from the conversation that she's swinging more towards supporting Dorian.
I quickly relayed that back to the party, and then an appropriate decision can be made from there, because that, to me, indicates that Cordelia is with Dorian. And if she's the captain
correct.
of the Accursed Guard, then
Right.
ambition aside, we may not want to waste our time with her.
No, that's perfectly reasonable. But
Yeah.
also, should we also waste our time with Millicent? Because what else? What does she truly offer us for helping?
Well, I mean, she controls. Well, maybe not controls, but she has a lot of power over the treasury. Like, that's nothing to
We can also
scoff
talk
at,
to
but-
Eorfan, who was the leader of the Brutes Guild in Yonder, who is with
We should-
Rosina.
Right. We should
We
garner
might have
favor.
advantage there. I don't know.
Yeah, we should garner favor with people who are most likely that would join us. So the orphan with
Yeah.
Rosina is a big one, so we should go get him
Yeah.
and get hopefully Rosina's vouches for us too.
Maybe get advantage out of that.
Yeah, you'll all get advantage with the orphan.
Rosina can roll with us.
All right. She
It was
already
a tr-
has.
It was worth a try.
No, it's fine. So if you're all gonna go ahead and try to talk to the orphan,
Yeah. So
okay. All right. You all walked up. Eorfin is a male dragonborn barbarian, leader of the Brutes Guild in Yonder, a
Oh, we need
hulking
him.
mass of a brass-colored scales.
We need him.
Eorfin and his loosely organized army of muscle-for-hire thugs
Oh.
when you talk to them, they don't seem to really care who wins this conflict. They're really just talking about,
they're meatheads.
we
They
just
wanna
like the
fight.
fights and we want the money.
Yeah, that's what we want.
I
And-
dive into that.
Yeah, that's what we want. We need just people who could fight.
You take the lead.
Me and Invar's will continue to this one.
Okay. So you take the
Yeah,
lead.
who here
You
speaks
will roll
Draconic?
with advantage.
Oh, I don't drink.
You walk up and Rosina is,
You're perfect.
oh, hi.
Yes.
What's up,
Oh,
Rosina?
Rosina. We missed fighting with you.
I know, I've been very busy. My patron has had me running errands lately.
Right?
and
Yeah,
I
you
came here.
Sweet. So, hey, could you talk to the orphan for us? We're trying to garner favor for Fate.
Oh, Fate?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll introduce you.
awesome.
He knows that I've been working with you. Knows what you're all about. A little bit of chaos, obviously.
I assume him and Invar will have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Come follow me. She walks up and she introduced you to Eorphin. And Eorphin looks at you all and goes, ha ha ha, my kind of stock.
Fuck, you're big.
he reaches out and grabs your hand.
We're all
Ah,
in this together.
God damn it.
Oh God. Oh.
This will be the last roll for the evening. Since it is 9 o'clock.
Do we all have advantage on it?
Yes, you all have advantage.
Damn it.
Awesome.
Except for Grim Eyes.
He's got flat though.
Honestly, you're just the brute squad by yourself.
You know
Holy
what?
crap.
You know
I
what?
never thought
Can I gift my inspiration to Grim Eyes before he rolls?
You may not
Can I do
have
that?
to be quite frank.
I'm not. I wouldn't
Doesn't matter.
use
Doesn't
it.
matter. All right.
18.
Advantage.
I'm good with
29.
that. Nice.
I'll say thank God for advantage. That was a 20, dirty 20.
Okay.
19,
My other die was a 2.
19 for essential.
So 18, 19, 20, and 29.
All right. He
Okay.
just looks at you and goes, hey, look, I don't care who you want to back. Just as long as you make sure that we keep getting money. Plus, make sure you include
I'll
us
slip in 5
the-
gold right now.
I'll slip in 5 gold as well.
Same here.
Right now.
And then repeat, we're all repeat,
You
we're
have
all in
all
this together.
you have all just bought this dude's support for the remainder of this encounter.
I want
Yes.
him. We should get tattoos that say we're all in this together.
Honestly,
No.
just, if you want to keep fighting and keep getting paid, stick with us. We seem to be getting into every single piece of chaos the city has to throw at us. I mean, we faced down face huggers, we faced down the Scarlet Perf, we fought patrons. Like, come on, man.
I got a dragon's horde not long ago. I couldn't take it with me, but you never can.
Oh man. Honestly,
all
we've
right,
got to.
I will give you
we-
this. You see Kioran having a chit chat with Cordelia and the High General of the Radiant Brigade.
Oh well, the brigade makes sense. We probably should get Kioran because. Wait, Cordelia's talking to Kioran?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And the brigade.
Well, no.
Are they trying to consolidate instead of 2 armies into one? I mean,
And
Wow,
those
wow.
questions are where we'll pick up next week.
That-
As the group stares on with
God.
a paladin and an accursed guard standing side by side with someone whose support they had just garnered. Everybody have a wonderful night. Please join us tomorrow for City of Illumination as we have all started to question everything we've done up till this point. And everything has now begun.
and keep an eye out for that Kickstarter. We will
Yes.
kick that out.
Yeah.
Yes. I will release more
the-
information on that the sooner, the closer it gets to it. But until then, enjoy the trailer. Check it out. It's on my Instagram at Biscuit10RPG and on Twitter at Biscuit10RPG. I think it's only a few down there, but it's the last thing I posted on Instagram. So if you want to follow me there, cool. I do actually show more of me there, and it's just me doing stupid filters. So, stupid filters and Kickstarter videos. Have a
Yay.
wonderful night, everybody.
Also,
Bye.
happy Pride.
Yeah, happy
you.
Pride. Whoop whoop.
Be gay, commit crimes. Don't do that.
I mean,
Don't actually do that.
you know what?
But-
I'll condone whatever you want to do as long as it doesn't hurt the people that are marginalized.
Yeah.
Have a good
So I
night,
can
everybody.
beat up guys like you.
Bye.